Hello everybody, welcome back, and I'm very much glad to meet you back again in today's discussion. So in today's discussion we are going to discuss a very important and very basic topic, and we are all aware about this topic. But for a clear understanding and for the in-depth discussion, we are going to have this today's presentation. So today's discussion, we are going to discuss about emotions. Yes, emotions. We have different types of emotions. Right now, I might be feeling very happy. After some moment, I might feel suddenly sad or frustrated. Or after some hours, also, I might feel very delightful, very sad, or sometimes very happy. Such emotions, different types of emotions happens with different individuals at different moment of time. So today in this discussion we are going to discuss in depth about what is emotions and what are the related points regarding the emotions. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about introduction of emotions and definitions. What does emotions are defined as, nature and characteristics of emotions. There are different characteristics of emotions. What is that, how they are presented, how they are initiated within an individual, within the environment, and components of emotions, factors which affect the emotions, and the types of emotions. After discussing all this topic, we'll go to the summarization. So let's proceed with today's discussion. Okay, so first is the introduction. The word emotion is derived from the Latin word e-mover. We know, we have already discussed that motivation is also a kind of to move. Motivation is to move. So emotion is also derived from a Latin word called e-mover, that is to stir up or to excite. Okay, so strong feeling deriving from one circumstances, mood, or relationship with others. That is, whenever I feel I face some situation or some circumstances, whether my mood is not good, my mood is happy, or my way or my status of relationship with some other individuals makes me a strong feeling. That feeling is known as the emotions. So emotions are response to significant internal and external events. Whether my internal feeling is good, bad, I may show emotions according to that feelings. Okay, or whether I have a good relationship, whether I am having conflict with my friends also, my family member also, or whether I'm enjoying with the time with my friends or family members, or maybe with my pets also, that external events may also have to produce some response, and that response is known as emotion. So emotion is always related with the mood and feeling. Whenever which emotion, which mood I'm having right now, what I'm feeling right now will be display, would be produced in the form of emotions. Okay, so agitated state of our mind. Agitated means restless state of mind and body, leading us to perform some other types of behavior acts, is known as the emotions. Okay, so it's simple definition from where it is derived and what does emotions basically means. So next, the definition. According to Crow and Crow, emotion is an affective experience. Affective means emotional, that is a psychological experience, that is we can easily see that experience. Okay, that accompanies, which involve generalized inner adjustment to mental and physiological stir up states in the individual, and that shows itself in his overt behavior. For example, what the Crow and Crow easily want to define is that emotion is an affective experience. It is an what to say? It is an expression that one show when the inner adjustment to the mental and psychological stir up states in the individual, that is I am not able to adjust, and I am trying to adjust with my mental and physiological states. Internally I'm trying to adjust, or I'm trying to display my mental and physiological states that show some behavior. For example, I feel my mood is very much happy today, then I will be showing my behavior, like smiling, like laughing, yeah, like giving a small grimace also, all this behavior. Or whether when I'm feeling hungry, I might have some frustrated face expression, I might be angry, and my face expression will be some like rude expression also. So inner adjustment, I'm trying to adjust, I'm trying to show up my behavior to both with reference to my mental and physiological states. At that time I'm showing some overt behavior, some odd behavior might be say, or some positive or negative behavior, and that behavior is known as the emotions. Okay, it's according to Crow and Crow. So, and another definition is that according to American Psychological Association, which we also call it as APA, American Psychological Association, emotion is defined as a complex reaction. It is a reaction towards a particular. What is reaction? That is a action toward a particular stimulus. So a complex reaction pattern. It is a complex reaction pattern involving which involve experiential, behavior, and physiological elements. It involves three elements. One is behavior. I'm showing with my facial expression, with my gesture also. That is behavior. Physiological, whenever I feel angry, I might become very palpitated. I might feel sweated. And when I'm being afraid of some uh, thing, I might feel very palpitated. My heartbeat starts pumping so fast, my pulse rate is so high, and I might be having sweating over my face, my body. All these are physiological elements. And experimental, that is the way I am experiencing. That is when an such stimulus is experiencing, I might experience that stimulus in a very adjustable and understable way, whereas some other individual may experience the same situation in some other overt behavior. Okay, so according to APA, it is consists of three elements, that is experiential, behavioral, and psychological elements. So emotions are how individuals deal with matters or situation they find personally significant. How I find significant, the way I'm finding it significant, and I will react according to that only. And that how I react is known as the emotions. Clear? Next, we'll go to the characteristics and natures. We know that emotions might involve some particular characteristic, how they are being mm, presented within an individual. What might it be? So we'll discuss next by next. First one is the emotions are instinctual. It is instinctual means it is from the internal feelings. Whenever I feel happy, I might smile. When I feel angry, I might be looking frown. My eyebrows will be frowned, and I will be very rude in behavior. I might start to throw things here and there. So emotions are instinctual. Okay. So next point is emotions are the product of perception. How I perceive the environment, the stimulus, the particular situation is how I react. Okay. For example, simple example, when I saw a cat, I love cats, I love dogs, I love pets animals. So whenever I saw a cat, whether it might be big in size, whether it might be black in color, white in color, or gray in color, however, whatever the condition, whether it is physically challenged cat also. Whenever I saw cat, I feel very much attractive, I feel very caring, so I will start running towards the cat and I will try to pick it up, I'll try to pet the cat. All these things happen when I saw a cat. Whereas when another individual which are much afraid of the cat, while seeing the cat, the individual might start screaming, running here and there. Okay, the individual might shout here and there, help me out with this cat also. So how I perceive and the way the other individual perceive with a particular cat will lead to showing of some particular emotions. That is, I'm happy, I will be smiling. Okay, I'll be very delightful, my face will look very bright. Whereas the other individual might be very fearful, so he will have palpitation. The individual might have sweating faces, sweating expression. So emotions are the product of the perception. Simple. The third point is the core of an emotion is feeling. How you feel will let you know, show the emotions. How you feel will let you show the emotions. Simple. And the fourth one is the emotions bring physiological changes. That is bulge of eyes. Okay, when you feel afraid, you will bulge your eyes. Flush of the face, when you feel little sigh, you will be have blushing, flushing of the face. Flow of tears, when you cry, you will have a flow of tears. Choking of voice, when you feel afraid, frustrated, or will feel lack of confidence, you will have a choking of voice, etc. All these things bring physiological sense. So emotion brings about physiologicals within a particular individual. Okay, next point is emotion is present in all organism. It doesn't mean that I'm only the one who are having the emotional behavior, emotional characteristic. I might have the feeling only. So basically we say in simple way that even though I am a human being, the cat, dog, the elephant, the tiger are animals, they also have emotions. They are also organisms, so they have emotions. So regardless of the human being, either of the sex, as time, situation, culture, tradition, emotions are present in all organisms. They are present in all stages of life. That is, it might be present within myself also, within yourself also, within all women also, all men also, and within a child born recently 1 to 2 minutes also. They also have emotions. So emotions are present at all stages of life. Okay, emotions are individualized and differ from person to person. Why does it differ from person to person? Because the way the person perceive the environment or the situation. Okay, so the way I perceive and the way you perceive will be quite different. Might be same to some extent also, but however it might be some slightly different also, taking to a personal stimulus. So emotions are individualized because the way the person perceive is different. Okay, the last point is emotion can be displaced. Emotion can be displaced. How? When I perceive the things or the stimulus in a positive way, the emotions that I show can be easily displaced. Whenever I feel getting low marks in a particular examination, I might feel little sad. Okay, I might feel very sad also, but I try to show my feeling that next time I will try my best, much better than this time. So my emotions are little displaced from being crying loudly, shouting, for being depressed. I might feel little sad, little low down, but at the next moment I'll try to motivate. But whereas another individual might cry, shout, will stop eating, will stop talking to anybody. So emotions can be displaced from one kind to another kind. Okay, so this is about the nature and characteristics. So next we'll come to the components of emotions. So how many components do you think basically? Whenever we have discussed that emotions involve, according to the APA, American Psychological Psychiatric Organization, APA, but we have that it consists of three elements. First one is the exponential, second one is the physiological, third one is the behavior. Similarly, that components will come under these components of emotion. Okay, so components of emotion, there are basically three types of component. First one is the subjective experience. Subjective experience means how I perceive, the way I will respond, and the way I respond, I will show the type of emotions. Okay, next, physiological change, that is according to the uh, uh, emotions I'm showing, I will have some sort of certain physiological change. And next is point is the associative behavior, and I will show some with the physiological change and the subjective experience, I will show some associative behavior. So these three components are interrelated to one another. It doesn't mean that I will show only the subjective experience, I will show only both the physiological and associated experience, but not subjective experience. It doesn't happen. All these three components will follow interrelated in every situations wherever I'm going to try to show my emotions. Okay, so we'll discuss the components one by one. First one is the subjective experience. In subjective experience can ranges from something simple as seeing a color to something as major as losing a loved ones or getting married. It means that whenever I see a color, bright color, I don't like bright color, then I might show some rude like expression. Okay, so those, to those person who like bright color, they might smile and they might feel very delighted, and they might show some happy, cheerful behaviors, cheerful emotion. Okay, so this happen. And for example, when we have lost someone in my family also, for example, when I lost my someone in my family also, I feel little sad, and I will try to compensate, adjust with the present situation. I'll try to accept the situation that it's a fact. But some people might experience is a as a major events, and will try to show emotions like crying, shouting, rolling over the floor, doesn't eat, doesn't talk, always crying, always crying, doesn't sleep adequately. So it depends upon how I see a simple thing or how I feel a major thing. Okay, so no matter how intense the experience is, how severity or how intense the particular situation or experience is, it can provoke many emotions in a single individual, and emotions each individual feel may different. Simply is what I have talking repeatedly from starting from the discussion. Okay, so for example, one person may feel anger and regret at the loss of a loved one. Okay, I might feel, for example, take me myself, that I might feel very angry and regret at the loss of my someone. However, one person may experience intense sadness, intense level of sadness with that particular situation, that is the loss of loved ones. So subjective experience what they want to say, that it depends upon how an individual feels, how an individual perceives the present situation, and according to that person perception, the individual will show the emotions, the related emotions. Okay, so this was about the first component. Second component is a physiological response. This physiological response is a result of the autonomic nervous system, which we call as ANS, reaction to the emotion one is experiencing. Physiological means about the physical appearance. So it related to the emotions. That is, I am showing angry. That according to that emotions, my physiological response will be initiated as a result of the ANS, autonomic nervous system reaction. So the autonomic nervous system controls our involuntary bodily response. It doesn't mean that whenever I feel that I want to sweat. It doesn't mean that when I feel that I like to sweat, sweating doesn't come. It is not an voluntary process. It is an involuntary process controlled by the autonomic nervous system. So which regulate our fight or flight response. Okay, so according to many psychologists, our physiological response are likely how emotions help us evolve and survive as human throughout the history. I will let you explain in a simple example. So we know that autonomic nervous systems control the flight and fight response. Okay, so in that situation, it control how we are going to express our emotions, how we are going to express our emotions with a physical appearance. For example, I am crying, then tear will roll up from my eyes. Okay, so that is by the action of the reaction of the autonomic nervous system. So simple, autonomic nervous system controls the physiological arousal. Well, here I am taking two cases. One is sympathetic division, that is arousing. One is calming effect. So what happened when we are arousing, that is when we are afraid of something, or when we are suddenly surprised, our pupil dilate. Okay, and when we are calming, when we are sitting, or when we are watching a TV, our pupils contract. Similarly, in salivation, when arousing state decrease, salivation decrease. But in calming effect, the salivation decrease. Similarly, when we are afraid, when we are running, that is a sympathetic division arousing, when we are running very fastly, or when we are afraid, when we are angry, at that time, perspire, that is sweating increase, whereas in the calming effect, it doesn't, it dries out. Okay. Similarly, respiration increases in arousing state and decrease in calming state. Heart rate automatically start pumping very fast in the arousing state, and calming state will automatically slow down. Okay, so indigestion inhibits in arousing and activates in calming effect. So, and the last one is adrenal glands secretes stress hormones when we are in arousing states, whereas in calming state decrease secretion of stress hormones and in the normal conditions. Okay, so physiological response are much related with the emotions. How we are showing the emotions, the same way physiological response will be initiated. Clear? Okay, the third component is the behavior responses. In the behavior response, aspects of the emotional response is the actual expression of the emotions. First one is the subjective expression, is the how I perceive. Second one is the physiological response, that is how my physical appearance is going to show up related to my emotions. Third one is the behavior response, is the exact expression of the emotions. Okay, so the behavior response can include a smile when I'm happy, a grimace, okay, a laugh or a sigh, along with many other reactions depending upon the societal norms and personality. So there are different and huge aspects of emotions, how an individual express related to the particular situation. Okay, so today, how are you feeling? I'm feeling excited, I'm feeling scared, or I'm feeling very happy. And I'm feeling very sad today. I've seen those news in some particular site also. Happy because I'm feeling that tomorrow is after 2 days I'm having Sunday. That is a holiday. Okay, mad. I'm very mad. I'm very frustrated with this behavior. So these behavior responses will show the exact emotions of a particular individual. Clear? So now let's proceed to the factors affecting emotions. We know different factors affecting emotions, so but there are some particular factors which usually affect emotions. The first one is the personality. The way I am and the way you are differ, and according to this difference, the way I'm going to show my emotions differ according to the way you are going to show us emotions. For example, we will discuss, or maybe you might heard about different type of personality. introvert, extrovert, narcissistic personality, or this different type of personality, so different type of emotions. Introvert person usually have introvert that is usually silent and doesn't express themselves. So this those individuals will show some form of emotions as compared to the extrovert, that is they are very socialized people, so they will show some particular sort of emotions. So it depends upon the personality how the individual is going to show off the emotions. Okay, second point is the culture, that is the cultural background where I am coming from and the cultural background where the other individual coming from differs. For example, I am a Muslim people, okay, and a person I'm from a Muslim background, and some other person is from a Christian background. The way they express, the way they show the emotions will be quite different, okay, from how I am showing my emotions. Clear? Regarding of the dressing style also, regarding of the eating patterns also, sleeping patterns also, or how we pray to God, how we patch up ourselves with our dress code, all these things also affects our emotions. So next is weather. Some people like summer, some like winter. For me, I like winter. So during summer I might feel little frustrated, angry, I might feel little irritated, then my expression will be some sort of like that, angry, irritated one. But whenever I come through the winter season, I might feel very happy. My expression will always be delightful, happy, cheerful. Okay, okay. So it depends upon the weather also. So the next one is stress. When I feel stress, I will have a frown face. When I feel not stressed, I'm happy, then I'll have a smiling face. Okay, so A's. Whenever a child who is for almost a infant also who is start toddling also, they will be always in a cheerful form. They will very curious, they will ask what is this, what is that, what is this, how can I do it. Whenever you give some sort of small things also, that person, that child will be always excited, will be always cheerful with that particular gift you are giving. However, at some point of time, for example, we'll take an old man it's about 85 years old. When you give that old man kindergarten kinder joy, that's what the children usually likes to eat, that the old man might not be happy, might not be very much excited with that particular eatables. Okay, so it also depends according to the age. Next one is the gender. We usually know that female and male have a different sort of emotional experience. So female have some sort of mood fluctuation as compared to the men. So mm, as considering after marriage life also, female usually feel frustrated because of his life pattern all has already changed. She has to take care of the family members also, she has to take care of her child also, newborn babies also, of her on job also. So all these factors might also make a female much frustrated as compared to the man. Okay, so next one is the environment. The environment, that is where you are living in a congested or very uh, congested environment where there is full of traffic, full of people, there is no space even to get relaxed also, you will feel angry, frustrated, feel less motivated also. But whereas when you are living in an environment that is full of green environment, trees, flowers, all these things, and then you will feel very much delightful. Okay, and the last one is the organization, that is the area where you are usually working for. So the organization where you are working might provide you some sort of uh, situation that you are satisfied or not satisfied, and according to that only you can also express have your own mood and emotions also. Clear? So there are two types of emotion, basically two types of emotions. The first one is the positive emotions, and second one is the negative emotions. We know that positive emotions will be about the good emotions only. So positive emotions that lead one to feel good about oneself will lead to an emotionally happy and satisfied result. Whereas in negative emotions, one energy sap up one's energy means that is almost decline, almost degrade one's energy and undermine the effectiveness. In the negative emotional state, we find a lack of desire to do anything. So let's see what you are feeling right now. If you are feeling positive, then you might be much interested in this discussion, and if you are feeling having less motivated, then you might be feeling having frown face, angry face, and you might be not interested in today's this discussion also. Okay, so in negative we have regret, hate, fear, anger, shame, guilt, sadness. But in positive, we have love, joy, pride, empathy, hope, and happiness. Okay. So in summarization, today I'm clear that today we have discussed about very simple and very interesting topic, which is about emotion. So we have discussed what already where emotion usually derive from the Latin word emovere. Okay, and definition we have discussed about given by two sources. One is Crow and the Crow, and another one is the APA. And nature and characteristics, in this we have discussed almost 12 points. That is, emotions are universal, it is instinctual, it happens in all organization, it can be displaced, it is associated with the physiological changes also. All these things are discussed in the nature and characteristics. So next, the component. In component we have discussed about the three component. First one is the subjective experience, second one is the physiological emotion response, third one is the behavior response. And in factor affecting emotions, we have discussed age, sex, gender, environmental status, personality, and the culture, and the weather. It also all affects in providing particular emotions. And the types of emotion. In types of emotion, simply we have two types of emotion. First one is the positive emotion, and second one is the negative emotion. So emotion is a strong feeling that is derived from one's circumstances, mood, or relationship with other. Simply, as we have discussed, it is a strong emotions, strong feeling that I got to express when particular situation, a particular mood, or when I have a conflict with my friends, and I'll have some sort of frustrated face. Okay, so emotion is strong feeling. So there are basically six type of emotions: is happiness, sadness, fear, anger, disgust, surprise. Regardless of these six only, there are various type of emotions that we usually uh, show up. So what is the benefit of the emotions? Will act as a source of motivations. Okay, help in decision making, makes you adopt new changes. If you feel that whenever I am producing anger in this particular situation, and you think that my emotion is not good with this particular situation, I will try to change my emotion. That is, I might try to perceive this in this way, this situation in this way, then I might feel happy. So it makes you to adopt new changes and move smoothly. Okay, it helps to understand others well also. Whenever you are showing a sad face, then I will understand that, oh, you are feeling sad, what had happened to you, let me help you out with the situation, let's share the condition, then I will help you out. All those things happen. Okay, it helps to understand another also. And emotion are the key to mental fitness. If you are showing less emotion, you are much mentally healthy, mentally illness is not uh, present within you, you are mentally fit, you doesn't need any counseling right now, and you are very a cheerful person. Whenever you are showing different type of emotions, every instinct, every second, every moment, you are having showing different type of emotion within, but small simple thing also, then you are ready to be get counsel, and you are little mentally unfit. So we must be very careful about how we must perceive the situation, and how we must accept the situation, how are we going to show in the emotions, and with my emotion only, the other person or the person with which I am talking about, with which who are watching me also will get affected. If I'm angry, the person sitting in front of me is not interested in talking to me. Okay, and if I'm happy, the person will also be delightful that he is a happy person, and I will have good relations, good um, link with this person. So emotion is one of the important feeling that help you to determine a particular relationship, and also help you to motivate, and also help you to develop some sort of personality. So this is about today's discussion, and I hope that you might enjoy today's discussion, and might also be clear about the discussion, and some sort of uh, related topics about emotions and the theories of emotions we will discuss in a later presentation. And so for today, uh, I will end up here, and thank you very much for your attentiveness, and hope you have understand the topic very well. Thank you very much, and have a nice day.